stuff.
Do you want
and
to
we
start
just,
this over?
Huh?
Do you want to... Why are you looking at me like that? I said, do you want to start this over?
Wow.
Just so we don't argue the whole time?
I mean, it's fine. It's just people are seeing the real us.
I am demanding.
We're
Pause
not
it.
starting over.
I'm starting over.
We're not starting over.
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all.
I'm Bucky.
I'm Brandon, and welcome to another episode of Southern Chatter.
Y'all, welcome to our living room. We have changed setups.
Yes.
This
This is
is-
where I sit all the time.
This is like the only way I can get Brandon to record. We got to just bring it to where he is planted during the day, and that is what we've done today. So it has been a little bit since we've done a podcast. Obviously, you've seen we've got the Ninja Slushie, so we've posted some content
Yep.
with that, and that's been a lot of fun. And we've done a lot of like shorts on YouTube as well, which has been interesting because basically anything that we put on TikTok, I just make it even shorter and just put on YouTube as well.
Which is weird that YouTube Shorts makes you be 60 seconds or less.
Yeah, so that
At least that's what I've been told.
no, that's true. So TikTok you can be
Well, I think
unlimited.
it can be 15 minutes or something.
So that's like unlimited. And y'all, if y'all just did hear that beep, we are trying to make a slushie, and I guess Brandon has lost his touch.
Well,
because-
somebody demands that we use like zero sugar soda.
Well, no,
which,
I've requested a recipe that you had made before.
yeah.
And it was
But I don't measure out the
delicious.
recipes. I just pour
and
stuff
I guess
in.
this time something has happened, and we are getting the
Yeah. So now
So
at this point,
if you watched my one of my videos about the Ninja Slushie, it has a setting to where it alerts you if there's too little sugar, because again
are
the
we
Ninja,
sure that's what this alert is?
Because going
Okay.
down is not enough sugar, going up is too much alcohol.
Oh, okay.
So unless you put alcohol in it.
I just don't really think that it has any more sugar any less sugar than it has before.
I don't know. I mean, maybe just something you done
Whatever.
something. But yeah, so that's what's happening right now. That's what that beeping is. We were
Is it just
hoping.
going to continue beeping?
I don't
I'll turn it
know.
off.
We were hoping to have a wonderful slushie that you could just like take it all out and then just put something juice back in it. We were hoping to have a wonderful slushie as a refreshing treat halfway through the podcast, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen, y'all. But that's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. This could be the last podcast y'all ever get. Brandon's probably never going to do this again. Funny thing is, he said, if this doesn't go again, I'm just ignoring it. I'm going to ignore it. And y'all, he pure just got back up, and he did not ignore it. But I'm going to keep rolling because we have stopped and started way too many times, and this is it's the mood that he gets in when we start a podcast. I don't know what it is. I honestly, and the sad thing is I'm not being dramatic. It is something to do with whenever I want to do a podcast or whenever I want to like set this up. It's just he wants nothing to do with it, and he can come on here and he can come on this podcast and say, no, as long as you get it set up, I'm happy to just sit here and talk. But y'all, it's not completely true, because he's not just happy to sit here and talk.
Those were
He-
all my requirements.
What else was
You're
your
missing one.
requirements?
What's the first requirement?
Honestly, I don't know. Making sure your slushie's working, making sure you're perfectly lit, making sure every freaking need is met. Because, y'all, one thing that's happened is I set it up and he's like, we are so yellow. My side of my face it's darker on this side. And I'm like, Brandon, it is like, it is what it is. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's kind of a mood lighting. Like, we're just hanging out. It's nighttime. We're just kind of just chilling and just wanting to chat with y'all and just kind of get up to date with all the local or the new pop culture drama, and just kind of give an update about our life. And he just wants to be everything to be so perfect all the time. And I just tell him, I'm like, Brandon, it's okay. Like our followers and our subscribers, they listen for us. They don't need perfection. They just want us. What's that one requirement that you were talking about?
Well, first of all, everything you're saying is everything that you do, not me, because I didn't care how we were lit. I was pointing it out to you.
So you were pointing it out to me,
because I
even
know
though I
you,
could still see it,
and you know my other
but
requirement.
I can see it. So what was your?
I'm not going to repeat it. The people will say in the comments maybe what my one other requirement is that you did not meet today. But that's okay. I'm here and I'm participating, and I'm happy to be here. So quit acting like I'm not.
Somebody needs to start acting. Somebody needs to put on their acting shoes. I am curious. Let me know in the comments, y'all, what that one requirement I didn't meet is, because I am very curious.
I hope they tell us.
I think they will. Maybe.
I think they will too.
I mean, you are.
And I'm going to say this right now. If the
Don't
slushy,
give them a hint.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
If the slushy thing beeps again, I'm not getting back up, and you're not getting a slushy tonight.
That's what you say now.
No, I swear.
Oh, speaking of the slushy, y'all, and I didn't record this, and I should have, but I just made it because Brendan made a Mountain Dew slushy the other day.
Ooh, it was so good. My Mountain Dew slushy was bomb.
I was like, I don't really want that. Plus, he didn't make enough for me, and I was like, I'm gonna try to
You
do.
like refuse to drink.
I'm gonna
have a
do-
slushy that has sugar.
I'm gonna do milk with chocolate, so like chocolate syrup. So I mixed that together, and then I added a little bit of the peppermint
Allulose?
sugar-free. No,
Oh, ew, that was nasty.
I'm telling us.
I know.
Okay.
It was nasty. I'm just telling everybody it was nasty.
Oh, okay.
Keep going, though.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I added a little bit of the sugar-free. Are you really texting right now during my story? I added a little bit of sugar-free peppermint mocha creamer into it. And y'all, I put it on the milkshake setting on the Ninja Slushie, and it was delicious. The texture...
No, the texture was
No,
not it.
it was actually, Brandon. You didn't even give it a
The
chance.
texture was foamy.
No, it wasn't. It was not like the frappe setting. It was like a Wendy's Frosty. That is exactly the texture it was.
Absolutely not.
That is.
Do not tell these people that.
It 1,000% was.
Babe, a Frosty is like pure ice cream, basically.
No, it was. The milkshake set. You didn't actually take. You might have like.
You must have given me a weird bite.
You might have put your
you
lip to it
fed
or
me the
something.
bite.
You put your lip
You
to it.
fed me a spoonful.
Okay. But anyways, that makes me so mad that you're trying to say
Try to say what?
just that I'm a liar.
I wasn't saying you're a liar.
Or you're saying that it was like a frappe set. The frappe setting is like a.
It was
not a
rather
good-
frothy, and it
No,
was.
it wasn't
I don't like
frothy.
peppermint.
It wasn't frothy. Okay, but that don't mean it was frothy. Anyways, y'all, it
frothy to
was.
me.
Oh my! This is how the podcast is going, and everybody is clicking off because they don't want to hear this. But this is just what y'all were getting today. So, anyways, the milkshake setting, it was successful, and
I want to try
I
to do
enjoyed
Yoo-hoo.
that'd be good.
I think we should try Yoo-hoo.
You should.
Somebody else needs to start acting now.
I guess, honestly, because I'm exhausted. I am exhausted.
From what? From pressure washing the driveway?
I mean, that, moving the rocks, going to Lowe's back and forth, delivering and getting the pressure washer, and
You've had a busy day.
and dealing with this. I wanted to just sit down, relax, and you're kind of just giving me a headache.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You want to go get your Tylenol?
Maybe when the machine goes off again because you didn't put enough sugar, you can get a Tylenol on your way back.
I didn't put enough sugar because you told me not to put any.
Anywho, all right.
Is
Now we're
anybody,
getting.
do you think anybody's still listening to
No.
this?
If I was, because I listen to podcasts to escape like this, and I don't know, like, unless somebody's just always happy and they're like, let me listen
Honestly,
to like
they-
some drama.
Oh, people love this. We watch it all the time. People watch things where people are like doing this all the time.
Where they're just bickering.
Absolutely. We watch people bicker all the time, don't we?
Like what? I guess
Reality
that kind of goes
TV.
to our first topic. And
What's our first topic? Something about bickering? I have a topic first. Before we get too
How
far,
can you-
before we get too far in the podcast,
literally
No, before we
take
get too
away
far in.
what I'm saying in my transition. I had a perfect transition right there.
Okay,
go
keep
ahead.
going.
No, it's ruined now. Go with your. Just go.
I mean, you want me to talk, then I'm talking. I ran into today a person. I was working and I was at FedEx and I ran into this gentleman who recognized me from YouTube, and I'm so sorry.
He's definitely not still watching.
I did not catch your name, so I just wanted to say hi. And I meant to ask your name so that like we could shout you out or whatever. I could say that I saw you. So if you happen to watch this and you've put up with us bickering for however long we've been bickering.
You didn't ask his name?
No, I told you I didn't ask his name.
So you were rude.
I don't think that's rude. I just like was in a rush. I was like trying to get back to work, and
So
he
you were
just
hateful
kind of
then
approached
and
me.
still hateful. So your hatefulness has been an all day thing.
The thing is that you think you just did something so good and that was a flex, but it really wasn't. Because I am so unbothered right now.
But anyways,
So unbothered.
to the guy that met Brandon today at the FedEx parking lot, I'm sorry. I'm sorry it wasn't
I
me.
was lovely to this gentleman. So
I would have asked your name. I would have
Oh,
been nice.
please. You would have probably
I
ran the
would've-
other way.
Yeah, somebody yelled at me and me just run the other way.
I've seen you do it. I've literally seen you do it.
No, it's
Every
people,
time we
people
go to
that
walk-
I went to high school with.
Every-
now,
That's
now that
doing
is
it.
something I don't know. Has anybody done that? Somebody that you
Oh, I
weren't
hope
friends
everybody in
with.
your high school watches this episode.
Somebody that you weren't friends. It has to be somebody that I wasn't friends with, or that I just don't care to see. That was either mean to me or that just wasn't nice.
So basically all but two people that you went to high school with.
You think everybody was mean to me
No.
or made fun of me?
The people, no.
That I
I'm-
didn't like?
Yes.
That's not true.
Mm.
But yeah, I think everybody does that, which is funny because like our parents, Brandon also does that, so he's just saying
Not
that.
as-
But you do, babe.
But you will avoid going places out of fear
Can
of
we
seeing
like quit
someone.
arguing back and forth now? Like, but our parents literally think it is crazy, especially his mom.
Yeah.
She thinks it is crazy that we do that. But y'all, sometimes you just want to get into the
Sometimes
grocery
you just don't
store
wanna-
and just get
Yeah.
out. Because it might have been like 20 years since you've seen somebody and you just can't do it that day.
You just kind of, yeah.
You could be in your like sweats. You could just not, be presentable, and you just don't want to be bothered with
That's
it.
true.
But yeah, that is cool though that you ran into somebody, because it's been a while since anybody has like. I guess also because we hadn't been as consistent with posting and stuff,
Do you
and
want to
we
start
just
this over?
haven't. Huh?
Do you want to? Why are you looking at me like that? I said, do you want to start this over?
Wow.
Just so we don't argue the whole time?
I mean, it's fine. It's just people are seeing the real us.
Well, let's start over.
No, it's okay.
No, let's start over.
No, it's fine. I'm sure everybody's still watching and it's
Babe,
good.
no, I'm not. Because I'm not going to have 12 people watch this and then you blame me for arguing.
We are way too far into this, and I
No,
cannot.
we're not.
Yeah,
We've
we're
not even
like
talked
20
about
minutes.
anything yet.
We're 20 minutes in.
But we haven't even talked about anything.
It is what it is. But
I want to start over.
No, it's okay.
I'm demanding that we start over. Actually, I am demanding.
We're
Pause
not
it.
starting over.
I'm starting over.
We're not starting over.
Hey, y'all. Okay, now we can keep going because that was funny. Oh, God.
That is
Well-
cool. I'm going back to saying it's cool that somebody like did like see us out in the wild and like
Oh, yeah.
from that watched us
Yeah.
or watches us, because it's been quite a long time since that's happened. It used to
yeah.
happen
A good bit.
a good.
And, like, in weird places. Like,
I mean, in Nashville, in
remember that time in
Chicago.
Chicago? That was funny.
just at random places,
Yeah.
and
And like it used to, you know what it used to happen? It happened to me like twice in a drive-through, and it was like the drive-through worker. Do you remember that?
Well, we used to always
in
go to
Charlotte.
Well, that was that one time at McDonald's. We went and got 100
Well,
chicken nuggets. Or
yeah.
200
200.
because we each needed 100.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "What's
Yeah.
your channel?" And then when we'd go back,
And then the 20 chicken legs, we had to go to Bojangles and just order 20 chicken legs.
Mm-hmm. And then at Burger King, I had to get like a specially made like quadruple or five. It was like
God,
5
yeah.
burger patties or something. Anyway, so we were well known around the fast food joints. But anyways, that is really cool that
Let's have enough
you
sugar
saw
now.
somebody. Yeah, good job.
You're welcome.
Glad your recipes are. Sure,
Anyway,
it's gonna be so
this
sweet.
gentleman, he said that he's been watching us since like it was me and him and Emily, like back in the Southern Snackers days, and that he started watching us because I think he said he searched for something like in Charlotte, and we had like eaten there and like filmed a video or something. And so, anyway, if you're the person that saw me, make a comment, let me know it was you, so that I can shout, I can just say hey again or whatever. Let yourself be known if you listen to this. And yeah, that's it.
That's cool.
That's all I wanted to say. That is cool.
It
I
is.
know.
Okay. We were doing good. We had 2 minutes of, good combo.
2 minutes of happiness.
Yeah, 2 minutes of bliss.
Y'all, let's talk about that. Because here's the thing. I think it's funny because, like, you watch people, like, on YouTube and stuff, and, like, does anybody else ever post them, like, you know what I mean? Like, not like,
just like chipper and happy.
yeah.
That's a good question. I
Like,
feel
I'm
like
trying
the
to
people
think.
that I watch,
Don't.
I don't see them post anything like,
I mean, unless they have something drama, like that, like those kinds of people
yeah,
would post like serious stuff. But I'm talking about like real life, like
yeah, I don't know.
because like especially in any married couple's day to day life, not every day is like rainbows and butterflies and everybody's
Yeah.
happy and hunky dory. Like there's like
Yeah, and I think like
not that like we're like
I feel
it's
like
we bicker all the time.
Yeah, we bicker. I mean, and that's been something that's happened since the very beginning of our channel, especially if it's like,
Oh God, yeah.
especially if it was just us in a video.
Yeah.
Usually, Emily, we wouldn't do it much.
No,
We might make like a snide comment here or
Yeah.
there, but it wasn't like
God, but people used to like.
hate us for it.
Well, I feel like they really hated me. You don't think?
I think you always got away with everything. Because you do this, you go, and like everybody's like, oh, like Brandon,
That's
he's so
not
quirky,
true.
he's so funny.
No, there were people who.
And then I just come across. As
I
like a
remember reading
jerk.
comments that were like, "Brandon, leave Bucky alone."
Maybe,
But you could have paid those people to say that. I don't know.
I think that it is funny though that you mentioned that, and I do think if you have kids or something, I think showing them in a good light all the time is like. I don't think you should like show your kid
Oh,
like
well, yeah.
crying or having like
No, I don't
tantrums or
either.
anything like that, just because that's not fair to them.
Also, who wants to see that?
Well, yeah, but I'm just we're talking about like real
Yeah, yeah,
day
yeah.
to day life. But I feel like the most part, everything is such an act online.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
I'll think back to like
I think
times.
podcasts try to like come across as more like real, and that's why people like them.
Yeah.
because it's like
Because
you're sitting
imagine
down
if
with like
we-
a friend or somebody. But I still feel
Yeah.
like a lot of them are just very like
Imagine if we had come on
calculating.
here and like just been like,
or we started over and we were like, "Hey y'all, welcome back to Southern Chatter. We're so
and
happy."
then pretended like we haven't just been like walking around like huffing at each other for the past like hour.
Exactly. That's why I didn't want to do it.
Didn't want to do what?
Restart.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say didn't want to record.
No. And
Anyway, that's just something I was thinking of.
no, I agree. I don't
No,
know
I feel
that
like I had
anybody-
somewhere to go with that, and now I can't.
I mean, I think just the realness of online, and like, I think
but-
that also kind of goes like with people just never really truly knowing who people are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's always you're getting a facade of some sort.
I mean, not necessarily. I don't know that I would say a facade, but you're getting the best version of that person.
Yeah.
Normally.
I think it's funny that the machine started making a weird noise.
Now it's making a weird noise.
Well, I think it's just like any entertainer or any like performer of any sort. They do like you have to kind of elevate a little bit to like when you are performing. You know what I mean? To where then maybe if you see somebody off stage, it's like, well, that's not the person that I was a fan of.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I think that's normal.
So I think that's also can be kind of related on YouTube as like, you know what I mean?
But like, I mean, I listen like that the podcast that I love that you like hate, the Las Culturistas podcast. Like they have moments where they're not.
They have moments that they don't cackle. Do they?
Yes, they do.
Oh.
But they have moments where they're not like bickering with each other, but they for sure have moments where, like, if one of them is just not kind of in a great mood or like going through it or like just having a like crappy day, like they actually like address it.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even like one of them, the one guy, I don't know which episode it was. It hasn't been that long ago. He even like started crying like during the episode, and like it was like
hey, our episode is still young or still early on, so who knows what could happen. Speaking of, if y'all do have other podcasts that y'all watch, let us know some of y'all's favorites, because I have like a list of podcasts that I watch, but then I need more, and I'd like to.
You need more podcasts?
I need to branch out.
Is Trisha not putting out enough for you?
What she does to a week, I have one that I actually need to watch tonight.
Oh.
We'll listen to it as we go to sleep tonight.
Oh, great. I cannot wait for that.
But, yeah, that'll be good. But yeah, this week, y'all, is just kind of crazy busy over in the Reynolds Carter household.
It is.
Because
it's birthday.
My birthday...
Oh, sorry.
Y'all, once you have a kid, it's just everything's him. My birthday was last Thursday, so we had a little bit of celebrating on my birthday, and then this weekend with some friends, and then
are we boring you?
And then Otto's birthday is this coming Friday, and so we're having his big 2-year-old birthday on Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're having a bounce house, face painter, and everything.
The face painter's your mom.
They don't have to know that.
I know, but the way
they don't have to know that. They could think
you were like, we hired a face painter.
But yeah, so we're having that on Saturday. So family, friends, and everything, they're coming then.
And it sucks because Tropical Storm Helene is coming.
And y'all,
and she's about to dump all this rain right on top of us, and then we're gonna have. Because we live obviously we live in like the new house, and like so it was just
grass
built,
just still hadn't been growing.
The yard is like a mud pit, and when it rains, oh my god!
We
so now
just
there's all these children running through the yard with their muddy feet and muddy shoes,
and we
traipsing
just now
through my house.
We got rock, and we put rock down and planted like bushes and stuff in front of the house to finally do some landscaping out there. And from where we like dug that up and put down like border for all that, the walkway going out to the driveway was like completely muddy, and the concrete slab out there was completely muddy. So I rented a pressure washer today to get all that done. And then Brennan's like, it's going to rain like 6 inches at least over the next 2 days. And I'm like, all the mud from all around there is just going to like soak through, like, get back on the walkway. So I'm praying that it doesn't get dirty again and ruin everything that I just did. But who knows? But anyways, his birthday's happening. We got to get the house clean. We just have so much to do, y'all.
I'm just laughing because I'm thinking about us talking about our
just
people.
Champagne
You think
problems.
people are riveted about our muddy sidewalk?
Our
Like we
issues.
literally sat here for 2 straight minutes and talked about the muddy sidewalk.
But y'all, that is tough for me.
It's just funny when that's what you're like. When like that's
What is that? But also,
that's like your life topic.
I've been I have a listing that's coming, and we dealing with photos on that, and it's just I'm watching Otto full time, and it's just trying to do all that it's just a lot to do at once, and so that's just where I was going with that. So it's, I mean, it's not bad when I don't have like work stuff to do, but when I have something big with work to do that's not going to get resolved, and it's like adding
over the edge. But it's also the week, and it's like, I mean, also Bucky always gets very like, whenever there's like going to be people coming to our house or like an event at the house, you do always get in a.
It needs to be completely.
But you get in a certain headspace about it.
Yeah, because there's some people coming that have never been here before.
Who?
I mean, there just are. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm sure we're going to be like giving tours. It's not like it's everybody's been here again. So like every room, everything has to be completely done. I don't know. It's just auto stuff is kind of everywhere right now, and our stuff's kind of everywhere.
I mean,
and the thing with cleaning the house, y'all, honestly, it has to wait until Friday or Saturday morning, because if not,
especially
it just
picking all
gets
his
done
toys
again.
up and stuff, because it's a losing battle.
And our cleaner usually comes on. I think she's coming on Friday. Is she coming on Friday?
I mean, yeah, but she's not gonna be cleaning the house.
No, I think I mostly cleaned everything last time. Our cleaner, y'all, is Brandon's mom. I was just kidding.
And
so
she's
if she's watching this, that's why I was kidding. Anyways, enough of. I feel like this whole podcast is like just us just complaining. So it's not even really a podcast.
What's wrong with that? There's people that just talk about that on their podcast.
We just talk about our. There's people that have a lot worse. I mean, we're very blessed.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that like we're talking about like end of the world stuff here. I'm just saying there are people who just
speaking of people that are a lot more blessed than us that still complain and people watch them. We watched the first episode of Salt Lake City, Real Housewives.
Oh,
and I don't know if any of y'all watch Real Housewives, but the first episode was wild. Right?
Oh my god, y'all! If you are new to Real Housewives,
that should be the one you watch.
And you want to start one like from the beginning, and one that doesn't have too many seasons where it's not too crazy for you to kind of jump on the bandwagon. 100% do Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's only the beginning of the 5th season, and it feels like there's been, like, for a lot of the Housewives franchises, it feels like it's just the same kind of stuff over and over, like keep going, years and years of it. But with Salt Lake City, it's like, I feel like there's been like 4 different, because every season has been
something like
kind of very different. And like, just, you know, there was a lot with like the Jen Shah of it all, and then like that Monica girl coming in last season, and now this season feels like it's going to be very different from the last seasons, but in a good way.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's crazy, but it's definitely, I think, hands down, probably the best franchise of Real Housewives.
I also like it because, I mean, they're not relatable, but it does seem a little bit more relatable.
Yeah. Like their lifestyles are not quite as lavish as some of the other housewives.
Well, also like Potomac is pretty relatable.
True, it is.
And also there's still some on there that's not relatable, but there's cast members that are a little like, we're like, oh, we could be friends, like we could be friends with them and hang out with them, and we're not like completely out of like
100%.
But there's some franchises like Beverly Hills. There's nobody like we're completely out of there. I mean, just to live out in Beverly Hills, there's like you're completely out of our realm.
I'm trying to think. Let's I
mean, maybe Erica Jane for a little bit.
Let's play a game.
What?
If you, let's say, from the Real Housewives franchises we watch, so let's say Potomac, Beverly Hills, The New New York, and Salt Lake City.
Very out of reach,
and Salt Lake City.
Okay.
There's 4 of them. Who out of those casts do you think you would be friends with? Like, who do you find the most, like, you feel like you could hang out with and it would be, like, totally normal and fun and easy?
What was the other one that you said besides New York, Beverly Hills, and Salt Lake?
Potomac.
Oh. I would probably say... Probably Whitney.
Yeah, I would say Whitney from Salt Lake.
I think she's the only...
She's also kind of close to our age.
I think sometimes I would say
Heather.
Heather, but she's kind of getting unrelated. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like she started out as very relatable because she was like a fan of like the franchise.
Yeah.
And then,
She also like lived in a very like I remember like
but now I think her company's doing really well.
Yeah.
Like, I think
the
this
books.
is like,
She's got another book
this
coming
has
out.
made her almost like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she would still be fun, but almost like guarded more so than like
Maybe.
Whitney now.
Yeah.
Whitney just seems like whatever.
Fun.
Yeah.
She seems like she could just sit on the couch and like chill.
Yeah.
We're like, I don't know about the other. I don't know.
Now Heather seems like she
Maybe.
could sit on the couch.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, she can't anymore. I will say with Heather, I do like that she admitted that she did Ozempic.
Oh yeah. And
There's
the first,
so many
y'all,
celebrities.
She is so thin
Yeah.
in this season, and it's so funny because everybody's like, "You look so good," and then she's like, "Ozempic, baby." It was like really funny, and like so nice that like she was just like open about it because I feel
Yeah.
like there are a lot of celebrities who would like never ever.
Yeah. And it's so funny, like when people will be like, "Oh no, I'm not doing Ozempic," but then they're just doing like a semaglutide or something
Yeah, a
that's the
similar-
same thing. But then they're saying, "Oh, I'm not doing Ozempic," but like,
Yeah.
come on, you're doing the exact like you're doing the same
Yeah.
type of medicine. Come on, like get.
Which there's
real.
nothing wrong with that.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you know.
What about the other casts?
Oh, I have to pick more than one.
From the other, no, one from each cast.
Oh.
Oh, so you're saying Whitney is out of everybody?
That's just what I was thinking, but
Okay.
I can do. I mean, I would say Brynn from New York,
Okay.
from that new season,
Yeah.
because I mean, I don't know how much money she has, but she seems
Not.
pretty-
I don't think she's like the
she's
rest.
like a socialite. So
Yeah.
I feel like now this is going to make her a lot of money because she's going to get even more brand deals. I think her like thing was like brand deals and
Yeah.
social media more so than like businesses.
I think she also has like very humble beginnings.
Maybe, but so I think her.
Okay.
I think she's also probably close to
So
our
Potomac.
age.
Yeah, I think so too.
Potomac, I would say Ashley.
Ah.
And I think even more so like Ashley before kids, but now that we have a kid, it's like, okay, we'll do play dates, and like
Yeah.
Ashley really kind of still fits into that, like that area. Now Beverly Hills, person that we would hang out with and have fun with. Now this is like not relatable and for completely different reasons, but I would say Sutton,
Oh,
because
interesting.
Sutton is very very gay friendly. She like goes to gay bars all the time. She
Yeah,
like hangs
that's
out
true.
with gays a lot, and she reminds me there's this woman that we used to hang out with who was an older woman whenever I would perform with a band, and she loved gay people. She was a married woman, but you never really saw her with her husband. She was just always with gays, and she would like invite them back to her house, and like they would always just be they would do everything together. So she really reminds me of like Sutton.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like an older person that just surrounds herself with gay people, and I feel like she would also just buy whatever, like
Buy
it
you
would be
stuff or whatever.
well, like if we'd go out, like she would
yeah.
she would get the tab. Are your answers similar?
Maybe. You finished though.
I did. I went through all of them.
You didn't do. Oh, you did. Oh, yeah, you
I
did.
did all of them.
Did you? Yeah, you did. Okay. So from Salt Lake City, definitely Whitney. So I agree with you on that one. Like I feel the same way. New York, I would probably also say Brynn. For similar reasons, I think she just seems the most laid back. From Potomac, I think I would say, although at the beginning when she first came on, I wasn't a huge fan, but then by the end, I was like definitely on her team. I would probably say Candace.
You think y'all would get along?
I do.
That's interesting.
I would say Candace. And then for Beverly Hills. This is probably such like a boring answer, but if I'm being completely honest about like who I feel like I could probably be friends with the most, I'm gonna say Crystal.
That's interesting.
Just because like I feel like she is kind of like similar age. I feel like
I don't
she
think I
seems
would-
very low key. Like I just think, like I think she, you know, I mean I don't know. I just think she seems like she would be a fun person to be around and like really easy to be around. I guess.
I think Kyle would be a.
I think Kyle would be too, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I
For, like,
love
different
Lisa Rinna,
reasons,
but I mean, no.
I feel like she'd be a lot.
Also, Erica Jane. I mean, no. Like,
I feel like she'd be a lot.
I think she'd be
even
kind of
though she kind of seems
not nice.
It's almost like you would have to
Kathy
get
Hilton.
so close to them. Like it would.
Yes,
It's like I mean,
that's one
like,
thing about Crystal. I think that she would be like
from the beginning, kind of
open,
she-
like yeah, and like I think Whitney would. I think Bryn would. I think
and the
that
other
that's
ones,
what I mean.
like they might be fine to hang out with, like, but you'd have to like
Yes.
already get so close.
it would be
to, like,
so surface level.
yeah. For
Which
such
I
a
think
long
like
time.
Potomac, like I could probably go back and forth like Candace or Ashley. Like I think, but I think I would probably say Candace, just because like I think Ashley like, I don't know like,
Like Giselle's never being your friend.
oh god no, Robin just doesn't have
Well, she's
much
not there
personality.
anymore.
Well, Candace isn't either.
Oh. When's that season come back?
I think it's soon. It hasn't come out yet. I don't think.
I know. I feel like all of our seasons that we watch of Real Housewives all come together.
Not Beverly Hills.
I think that should be coming out soon too.
I don't think
right?
so. I think it's a little while.
Beverly Hills and Miami come together, right?
Yeah, and did you see that?
Our favorite one of
Yes,
Miami.
the one that I would have said for Miami.
She's pregnant. No, I don't remember her name. Nicole.
But she's got a good. I mean,
She's probably doing it because she's pregnant and she doesn't want her kid
Yeah.
on the show.
but also like she works a real job,
She's a doctor.
or at least did. I mean, when
I'm
they were
sure
filming
she
last
will.
season. So it's kind of like, I mean, she's like,
Well, I put like
I want because I wonder like it's kind of funny when people have those jobs because I think like I wonder if she makes more money being on Housewives or being the doctor.
a doctor. What do you think people make on Housewives?
Well, I think some of them make a bunch of money.
I feel like maybe like the top ones are making like 2 million, maybe 2 or 3 million. You think
Doctors, I don't think doctors make that much money.
But I don't think that. I think doctors are. She's probably making at least like 500,000 a year as a doctor. You don't
You
think?
think? I don't know.
I don't
I don't
know.
think so.
In Miami,
I mean,
I
guess
mean,
it
I don't think
depends
you would
on
make
what
it
kind
here.
of doctor is she?
isn't she like an anesthesiologist or something?
Maybe she is an anesthesiologist.
And I think they make pretty good.
I don't know. Anyway, that was a tangent.
Yeah.
was a
Other
fun little
than
game.
Housewives, what else can we talk about? What else has been going on in like major pop culture news or anything?
I mean, the Diddy stuff, but I honestly
I
don't
don't
know
think we
a
can
ton
talk about
about it.
that.
Okay,
I mean, I just think that that's
kind of off limits.
like to
yeah,
that-
you're right.
I mean, we can like
I don't
I
really
don't know.
honestly know a ton about it.
I just
Like, it's like something about trafficking and
I
like
mean, I think his
crazy parties, but like I guess I don't
I will
haven't
say,
read
y'all,
enough about it to know like what's the
if
criminal
you don't
part.
know a lot about, like, if you're just like hearing like kind of what you see on the news or something, and you're just kind of like reading headlines about it, I would recommend going to watch Emily D. Baker on YouTube. She kind of goes over the like full list of allegations, like the court case. Like she was in New York and like she went to the courthouse whenever he was being indicted, and like listened to, you know, everything that was going on. And she kind of breaks everything down in a more normal like language, and she's like easy to listen to, very easy to understand. And she does like this for like every, I think I found her with the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard stuff.
Yeah.
And it's so like, she's so good. I love listening to her. But she goes over it, and there's just so many allegations. There's like underage stuff. There's like trafficking. Now there's like
Oh, that's a
there's
lot.
rumors that there's videos allegedly.
That's the thing. It's like it blurs the lines of like what's real,
and
what's
alleged,
conspiracy,
and
what's just people making stuff up.
yeah.
Like,
Which I think it's because everybody is taking this opportunity with the real stuff and like putting it with the
rumors
Yeah.
or whatever.
but then
The rumors.
the
The
rumors.
nastiness.
But then other people are like deleting their Twitter.
But then they
Or
said
their
they got
ex.
hacked.
Maybe.
Usher said he got hacked. I haven't looked to see what Pink said, if she said anything. But Usher said he got hacked.
I mean, I would be saying something.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like
It's
they're going to be like,
just-
yeah, I did delete all my tweets.
Like, do you think there is a world that everybody did know something crazy was happening and everybody just kept their mouth shut?
It's hard
because
for me
he's
to
that
believe
powerful?
that it would go that. I mean, I don't know that. I guess I don't really understand if that's true. I guess I never really understood how powerful he is or could be because.
Like neighbors saying bus loads of people coming in at 3 a.m. Then why
But
wasn't
what
those
for?
neighbors the trafficking?
But
stuff?
trafficking where? Just
at
to the house?
parties, and then big name people were.
So the rumor is they would traffic people into the parties, and then people would come to the parties to like hook up with the trafficked people.
I mean, I think that's one of the stories.
Like you would basically like bust in like
allegedly,
prostitutes and stuff. Allegedly,
I think so.
or
And then I
but not
think
prostitutes. People that were like against their will.
possibly. And then I think at some point maybe some underage situations happened at parties.
That's freaky.
And-
see, it's hard for me to believe that people would know that was going on and
I
not
would
say
hope
something.
not. I would hope.
It's
not.
hard. I mean, but you know, then I know there's a whole thing with Cassie, and they released that video of him like throwing her down the hallway or whatever. So that was clearly real. And I mean, I think didn't she settle?
I think so.
She signed an NDA and then settled or something. He paid her off
and
basically.
like, just how can you have that much control?
I don't
You have to
know.
have hands in.
See, that's what I'm saying. The fact that like
You got to
that,
have hands in like police too, though.
100%.
To be that.
The government. I mean, or people. You have to have other people in power on your side
Yeah.
to get by with stuff like that and like let it fly for that long. I don't know.
It'll be it'll be interesting to see what happens. I do know that from what I was reading and what Emily was saying in her video that I was watching is he was trying to turn himself in New York, but I guess they wouldn't let him. And basically they wanted to raid him so they could like kind of confiscate and like go through
Yeah.
everything,
Like get
and-
stuff from the house or whatever.
yeah. But yeah, it's wild, and everybody's like country is coming for country music. Now people are bringing up like the Garth Brooks stuff, which you said has been rumors
That's
for
been a
long
conspiracy for
time,
years.
about
There's a conspiracy that every time Garth Brooks plays in a city, somebody goes missing or something.
which you made a good point. It could be somebody that just is like a diehard fan that just goes
Even
to
if that's true, I doubt it's Garth Brooks. Like,
and who went missing in Charlotte when we went there.
I don't know if
For his-
anybody did. That's what I'm saying.
But I don't know. It's just, it's crazy to think of like
Who was bringing that up? You
TikTok.
saw it on TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok.
Yeah, I
can
feel like
be,
that's been around for a while.
TikTok and like Twitter or X.
Yeah.
And like I guess
Riddled with.
what I saw was obviously Diddy. People are, they say that like Jay-Z is close to Diddy, Usher. Now people are putting in Pink, and I don't know the relation with Pink and Diddy. Like I even put into Google
I
like
thought
have
the
they
pink
even
thing was
worked
just because she
together.
deleted her Twitter.
Well, yeah, but then I was like, well, how are they putting those two? Like, what would she be?
I don't know. I mean, he is a producer, right? And like a.
Yeah, but I put their
Doesn't
name,
he own a record company? Bad Boy, is that him?
maybe, but I put their names together in Google, and I didn't even get any articles
Yeah.
that really put them. I don't know, but then like Keith Urban when like they were talking about country music, like he was one of the country artists that they were
Whoops.
like, watch out, and I did not.
Watch out for Keith Urban. What's Keith Urban doing?
I have no clue.
He's too busy trying to keep up with Nicole Kidman.
She is a little freaky
and manage
too.
her.
Though. She's freaky.
Yeah, but like
I mean, you can't play all those freaky roles and not be a little freaky.
she's probably freaky because she was married to Tom Cruise.
And honestly, well, that's another thing.
Well, that's
itself.
another whole
so
thing.
Scientology and all that.
Exactly.
She was probably messed up from that. But speaking of Nicole Kidman, that new show, if y'all have not watched it,
so good.
you need to go and watch The Perfect Couple.
Yep, it's on Netflix. It's like a murder mystery. It's like 6 episodes. It flies by. It's
I think
so
we watched
good.
it all
2 days.
Yeah, and like we were watching it, and I think we were up until
Like 1
1
a.m.
8, which y'all.
And I still have not caught
that's.
up. with-
I don't think
with
I
sleep.
have either.
That's why I'm like yawning right now.
That's Brandon's hint. He looked at the computer. He was like, "How long have we done this?" That was literally Brandon's like way of saying like, "All right, is this about to wrap up?" But yeah, that is a really, really, really good show.
It is so good.
Yeah, we don't have to make this long. We can.
We don't. How long have we been recording?
I have no clue. I feel like we were arguing for the first like hour.
Well, just remember that I wanted to start over and you refused.
Um.
44 minutes, I think it says.
Oh wow.
See,
I'm trying to think
time
of
flies when you're having fun.
how did our slushy not get done yet?
It is done.
Oh,
I think.
well, we'll get it after we stop.
Yeah.
What else? I feel like we haven't really talked about anything though.
We've talked about Housewives. We've talked about the Diddy stuff. We've talked about life. We've talked about.
What else is going on? Y'all register to vote.
I really don't know.
If you aren't registered,
Oh, there is some local news.
What?
Apparently, Live Nation and the Bank of America Stadium are making a huge announcement on Thursday morning.
what's it going to be?
Somebody's coming to Charlotte. So speculation is it's Taylor Swift.
Coming to Charlotte for what? Another concert?
Perform a concert. Like some huge announcement on Thursday morning.
But like, is she doing another tour?
I
Or
don't
is she
know.
Still touring?
That's what nobody knows. But people are saying that it's like a huge deal, and everybody's gonna be so happy. I can only imagine. I don't know who else everybody would be so happy about. You know,
yeah.
like to where you would make that big of a deal about it. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
yeah.
Could be somebody else.
That's
I
interesting.
mean, yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. But it might be happening in other places too. You know, like around the country. Like on Thursday, they might be announcing it,
A big announcement of
Yeah.
a tour.
like some new tour or something. I don't know.
If you knock that into the camera, I swear.
I don't know, like, what other artists could do that right now and it'd be, like, a huge deal? Because, like, Beyonce was just here, so it wouldn't be her.
I mean, but this announcement could be for 2025.
It is, I think.
What I'm saying, I mean, like, she could come back for part 3.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah, she could be touring, like... She
Or
could be going on a Cowboy Carter.
and- Yeah.
Yeah, honestly. I didn't think about that.
You know, because her deal fell through with the.
But, like, who?
the
What
Sphere.
artists are, like, big enough? I mean, George Strait was just there. Garth Brooks has played there recently. The Rolling Stones have been there fairly recently. I think, like, Kenny Chesney was there kind of recently. Luke Combs was. Like, what other
don't know.
huge, you know... Because you got to be a pretty big deal to play there.
At the stadium.
Yeah. I mean, most artists...
The Panthers won this past Sunday. That was like their first
Yeah.
win. They beat Las Vegas Raiders. Yo, we got tickets to when the Chiefs are in Charlotte playing the Panthers, just so we can
Just in case Taylor's
case
there.
Taylor Swift's there. And we didn't buy them. We just got tickets, but
Yeah.
that was our request for tickets. But then we heard that she's in Canada the night before and probably won't be there. So
Yeah, she's probably not going to fly in from Canada that fast.
I don't know. You never know. Okay. Well, I can't think of anything else. Remember to register to vote. If you've changed your name, I was reading that a lot of people that like if they get married, they
Oh,
have to make
Lord.
sure they're actually like registered
Before
if
the deadline. When's the deadline
No,
for
that I
North
don't
Carolina?
know.
Probably like October, early October.
Maybe.
I think that's usually it.
Yeah, register to vote. Your vote matters. And And y'all pay attention to your local government too, not just national, because that's going to directly affect you probably even more so than national. But other than that, peace, love, happiness, and thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
And listening.
And just remember, y'all, when life gets tough,
Just keep on chatting.
bye, y'all.